Tesla Giga Berlin is the electric automaker's first European production facility, and it is slated to begin production of the Model Y crossover later this year. However, reports out of Germany indicate that Tesla's German EV manufacturing facility is poised to be delayed 6 months due to numerous constraints that deal with battery pack output. However, Brandenburg Economic Minister Jörg Steinbach, who has been one of Tesla's most vocal supporters in their quest to open the German facility, isn't buying the 6-month delay story at all. Steinbach still believes Tesla is on pace for a late summer or early autumn start at Giga Berlin. The delays at Giga Berlin are not unfamiliar territory for those who have been following the site's development over the past 18 months. After being announced by Elon Musk in late 2019, Tesla started land preparations in January 2020, only to begin erecting the mainframe of the facility just a few months later. The site has been subjected to numerous short-term delays due to the COVID-19 pandemic and some application holdups that needed preliminary approval before Tesla could move forward. However, recent reports from Germany suggest a more long-term delay is in store for Tesla because battery pack output won't allow for vehicle production. I don't have the faintest idea of how anyone can come up with a 6-month delay. If nothing happens out of the ordinary, I still expect a start of production in late summer or early autumn. German economic minister. Many outlets have cited Automobilwash's story that says the German manufacturing plant won't become operational until January 2022. The article indicates that company circles close to Elon Musk state the CEO is accepting the January 2022 date, even though just last week during the Q1 2021 earnings call, Musk said that limited production would occur at both Giga Berlin and Giga Texas this year. Tesla's Giga Berlin production facility is going to have a 4680 battery cell manufacturing plant on site. While some media outlets claim a delay in the Giga Berlin timeline should be expected due to the battery facility being added onto Tesla's application, there isn't any evidence to indicate that Tesla's electric vehicles will be produced any later than the company expects. The Tesla Giga Berlin production plant project has been one of the most anticipated vehicle manufacturing facilities in recent memory. But what started as Tesla's way to introduce its products on a wider scale to the European market has become a long and drawn-out game of chess between the California automaker and German regulators. The most recent move in the plans occurred several days ago when Tesla finally decided to add its planned 4680 battery cell manufacturing plant to its application, bringing on the idea that the car company would be able to produce and install its own in-house batteries into its industry-leading electric cars. However, the inclusion of the cell manufacturing plant in the newly revised application gives them the idea that Tesla's project in Germany could sustain further delays. However, Teslarati sources in Germany say that the project shouldn't incur any further delays. It will just require more deliberation on the part of the German authorities, who have the ultimate say in the project's progress. While Tesla executives have recently voiced their discontent for the timeliness of the approval process, the sources indicate that German regulators are already talking about the inclusion of the 4680 battery factory at the Giga Berlin property, meaning the process, while deliberate, shouldn't affect Tesla's timeframes for initial EV production. Tesla's 4680 battery cells were unveiled at the company's Battery Day in September 2020. The cells differ greatly from the 2170 cells by offering more energy, range, and power through numerous developments made by Tesla's battery cell team. Tesla originally planned to have Giga Berlin up and running later this year, and summer 2021 was a timeframe that was commonly mentioned within the automaker's plans. However, the ultimate authority who has the final say in when the electric vehicle manufacturing facility is the State Environmental Agency, who will now have to backtrack slightly as the application for Tesla's production plant will need revisions due to the newly included 4680 cell building will need to be considered. There is no separate application for the 4680 plant. Instead, it is simply added to the already existing master application for the Giga Berlin facility. If this additional investment now flows into the permit application, it goes without saying that the application documents must be revised, and then the approval authorities have the last word. Dietmar Woidke, Brandenburg's prime minister, said, according to Automobilwash. We are well advised to do everything we can to ensure that the entire permit for car production in Grunheide runs in a legally secure manner. The further process is currently being discussed. Musk said, "We're building factories as quickly as we can. Both Texas and Berlin are progressing well, and we expect to have initial limited production from those factories this year and volume production from Texas and Berlin next year." Steinbach not buying Giga Berlin delay stories. Now that the report has been in the loop for a few days, plenty of people are finding out that Giga Berlin is apparently facing the 6-month delay. One of the people disagreeing with those reports is Brandenburg Economic Minister Jörg Steinbach, a well-known politician who has been ecstatic regarding Tesla's entry into the German economy. Steinbach told Teslarati earlier today that he doesn't know where the 6-month delay rumors are culminating from. Still, he expects Giga Berlin to face approximately 3 months of delay time. "I don't have the faintest idea of how anyone can come up with a 6-month delay," Steinbach said to Teslarati in an interview. "If nothing happens out of the ordinary, I still expect a start of production in late summer or early autumn," the economic minister added. While Tesla has expressed some frustration with the German approval process, it is not unordinary for things to take several years to earn ultimate approval. Teslarati spoke to German engineer and Tesla enthusiast Alex Voigt last week, who indicated that many projects take 3 to 5 years to gain ultimate approval. It appears that the basis of the delays seems to be blamed on a delay in 4680 cell production in Berlin, but the German factory's battery line was not supposed to support the initial vehicle production efforts in the first place. Tesla's Cato Road facility in Northern California sits just a stone's throw away from the Fremont factory, where Tesla has manufactured its cars since 2012. This is where Tesla is refining and developing the 4680 battery cell, which differs greatly from the batteries that Tesla currently uses in terms of power and performance, and it will support Tesla's initial efforts in Berlin, according to Drew Baglino, the company's senior VP of Powertrain and Energy Engineering. "We will incorporate 4680 design solutions into many applications in time across both energy and vehicle, and we can use our pilot production facility in Fremont to support the new factory in Berlin as it ramps," Baglino said during the Q3 2020 earnings call. The delays at Giga Berlin could be confused with something as simple as an extended timeline, as Tesla's addition of its 4680 battery cell manufacturing line to its application was submitted just last week. The additional portions of the application require more deliberation from regulators. If this additional investment now flows into the permit application, it goes without saying that the application documents must be revised, and then the approval authorities have the last word, Dietmar Woidke, Brandenburg's prime minister, said. Tesla is still planning for Giga Berlin to begin production and deliveries this year, as it indicated in the most recent update letter. That timing remains on track for late 2021. Machinery for paint, stamping, castings, etc. continues to be moved into the building. In the meantime, we will continue to increase import volumes to Europe. Woidke is a supporter of Tesla's project and called the inclusion of the battery plant positive news for Germany as a whole. The plant, when finished, will provide a substantial number of employment opportunities for German citizens and will provide a healthy economic impact in the area. German regulators have already taken their time with preliminary approvals for the facility due to refined and deliberate examinations of all elements involved. Tesla has been doing all of the work on the property without anything more than these preliminary approvals. Effectively, Tesla is running an at-your-own-risk construction project in Germany, and if regulators decide in a few months they do not want an electric vehicle manufacturing plant to operate in the area, Tesla will be required to bring the land back to its original state, assuming all financial risk. This scenario, while relatively unlikely, would be a blow not only to Tesla, but the electric vehicle movement as a whole, as the largest EV company in the world would be extracted from the largest EV market in the world. Tesla has likely come to the conclusion that the summer production and delivery timeframe. However, the 4680 cell plant shouldn't prolong Tesla's initial vehicle manufacturing efforts. While the initial timeframes for vehicle production have been pushed back from the summer to the end of the year, there is plenty of evidence to suggest that the 4680 plant's inclusion will simply prolong Tesla's construction efforts and not necessarily the initial production effort start date. Make sure to let us know in the comments section below. Also leave a like on the video.